All right, let's watch this stupid horse shit.
Get my I'm gonna cancel my workout tonight because I want to cuddle with you. Do you just hear that sentence? You're canceling your workout to cuddle. Are you gay? Like, what is that? Really think about it. Like, ask yourself, are you gay? You know, not that there's anything wrong with it. You can be gay. There's nothing wrong with cuddling. But if you're a man and you enjoy women, why wouldn't you go to the weights and enjoy that first and you can cuddle after? I'm not saying don't cuddle. As soon as you hear vegan gains, you should be thinking that sociopath, the psychopath, the guy that wanted to record a video of his grandfather having a heart attack and passing away, the guy that was happy.
Again, all this horse shit happened over a decade ago. Why do people keep bringing this bullshit up? Like, I live in people's heads rent fucking free. Like, maybe we'll find out that Greg stole somebody's teddy bear once when he was 9. And maybe we could bring that up over and over and over again. You're a teddy bear stealer, Greg. You're an awful person. I can't believe you stole a little boy's teddy. Who fucking cares? Happened a decade ago. Like, Jesus Christ. Ugh.
When John Meadows passed away and was wishing the same fate on his son.
What the fuck?
That's the guy that we're talking.
Yeah, geez, here we go. Wah. Okay, so it's totally fine to kill animals and pay for their suffering and death to support a Holocaust, but you said something mean on the internet I don't like. You're a psychopath. Meanwhile, you pay for animals to get tortured and killed. Okay.
About right now. They called me and my ex-girlfriend animal abusers because we drank milk. The list.
Yes. How do you think milk is made, Greg? Like, if there was an industry that tied women up in like somebody's basement and you raped these women, forced them to become pregnant, and then you hooked them up to milking machines, and then you sold that milk as human breast milk at the grocery store, and then you pay for that milk knowing it was made by raping women, would you say that you're like supporting rape and abuse of human beings by buying that milk? If that's the case, then I guess you're supporting animal abuse by buying cow's milk, you idiot.
This goes on and on of the horrific things that this man has said. I do believe he openly
Congratulations, you're banned.
Admits that he has sociopathic or psychopathic issues, that he has borderline personality disorder. He's
never been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder.
Got something.
So I've had an extensive mental health exam. This was years ago. It was related to a court trial that I had where the police broke into my home for no fucking reason, and a lot of horse shit happened. They basically tried to ban me from owning any weapons, and I had to go to court over it, and I had to prove my own sanity. So I've had an extensive mental health exam. They noted nothing about borderline personality disorder, schizophrenia, psychopathy. Nothing. So there's that. I have been treated for depression, and I had treatment-resistant depression. But I've never been diagnosed with bipolar disorder or anything like that. So thank you for making shit up.
I wasn't sure if he was just an actor. I mean, sometimes on the internet, we become like WWE. We play a character, a role, a part, trying to stir controversy. But I do believe that this guy legitimately has all these problems. And so...
Oh, okay. So not only is Greg a doctor, but he's a psychiatrist. Okay.
Coach Colton has put together a video going...
Yes, Coach Colton, the guy who literally made up lies and bullshit about me and literally never verified anything.
Over all of these things. And so if you want to go and check out his video to see his take.
Yeah, the guy who made shit up about me and literally got everything wrong.
On the whole thing, I'm going to be adding mine. He's on steroids now. I mean, is this a spin on the meme of how people saying they're natural vegans, like the genetic anomaly, making jokes, hey, I'm a natural vegan. This natural vegan, he's hopped up on steroids, and it's not clickbait, it's...
By the way, notice how dishonest he's presenting this? He's not mentioning that I came out and said I'm on steroids. It's not like I've made a billion fucking Instagram posts literally going over what I'm taking, when I started taking it, why I'm taking it. Like, he's basically like, oh, just like how Genetic Anomaly lied about being a vegan and natural. Oh, Vegan Games is lying about being on steroids. Like, anti-Muzz don't need to...
Not, oh, I think he is. He admits it himself. And why does he do this? Well, because his wife divorced him.
So, my wife and I broke up last year in November, and you're telling me 9 months later... No. Yeah, about 9 months later, almost a year later, I decided to go on steroids. Like, okay, if this were, like, how long does this breakup have to, like, go on for until anything I do isn't related, you know, to the breakup? Well, I started taking steroids 2 months ago, so it would be 9 months. So, like, you know, I also bought a Rogue Rhino belt squat. Oh, I must have done that because of the divorce and I'm insecure about my legs. Oh, you know, I bought new motorcycle tires. It has to have something to do with the divorce and not because the tires on my bike are worn out. You know, I started adding cocoa powder to my protein smoothies. It must have something to do with the divorce and not because I figure it's good for me to add some more antioxidants into my diet. Like, guess what? There are reasons why people do things other than some fucking dumb relationship they had that they walked away from a year ago. Like, where did you get this idea that I went on steroids because of my divorce? Where did somebody tell him this? Did I tell you this? I don't recall. Everyone is a fucking retarded, dumbass, loser pussy who does not handle breakups well, and they project their own insecurities and nonsense onto me. I literally did not care about breaking up and divorcing my wife. I was thrilled that Jasmine left you. Oh, that's a funny way of putting it, because she was begging me not to have her move out of the house. She told me she needed years before she could move out, and this is despite having a fucking full-time job. She was begging and pleading with me not to have me kick her out of the house because, oh, I don't make enough money even though I have a full-time job, and I'm going to have to spend so much time, like, getting my finances in order and finding an apartment. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to live on my own. You're going to have me live here for years before I can consider moving out. I literally had to fucking say, if you're not gone in the next, I gave her 6 months, by the way. I told her, if you're not gone out of here by 6 fucking months, then I'm canceling the fucking lease on the house where we're renting. Well, it's not a lease, but I'm canceling the fucking rental contract, and I'll just get a new place, and then you'll be left, out to dry, and then you can become homeless or whatever. I literally had to threaten her to do that for her to fucking find an apartment and start moving out. And then you know what she did? She bitched and complained to my fucking mom, making up fucking lies about me to my mother, saying that I'm abusing her and I'm trying to make her homeless. And I'm assuming she was trying to get my mom to convince her to let her stay with me. So that's a funny way of putting it, that she left you when she was literally trying to fucking sink her claws into me and not leave, even though she's the one who claims to have initiated the breakup. So she never had any intention of breaking up with me, clearly. If she was sick of me and wanted me gone, then why the fuck did she beg me to, let me have her stay here rent-free? So, yeah. Speaking of having trouble moving on, clearly I'm not the one who has trouble moving on. I did not fucking care. I was fucking done with her. She is one of the most horrible, abusive, manipulative fucking people on the planet. And when she gave me that fucking bullshit, this is how she worded it, by the way. I don't think that I can, continue this relationship anymore. She didn't even say, we need to get a divorce. I don't think we can, I can continue this relationship anymore. I was fucking done. I knew she was just trying to be manipulative. You know what happened? I refused to pay for any more of her fucking bullshit. Her car, her horse, all that crap. I told her to get a fucking job, which she did, because, oh no, I'm going to lose my car. I'm not going to be able to have my horse anymore. She finally got a job after 8 fucking years of marriage and me telling her to get a fucking job. She finally got a fucking job. And guess what? The video game addict who just wants to sit on her ass all day and play video games and nothing else. Oh, well, I have to go to work and make money. Oh, let me see how I can manipulate vegan gains. So she did this bullshit with me to try to convince her to stay, and that whole fucking plan backfired on her. Yeah.
And so he was lonely. I guess he needed to lock in. Perhaps he's going to try to attract another mate by having a shredded and chiseled physique.
Buddy, where the fuck did you get the idea that I'm trying to get another fucking girlfriend? If I wanted another fucking girlfriend, I would have gotten another fucking girlfriend. The amount of fucking messages I get from fucking girls on Instagram, I could have fucking gotten a girlfriend by now. Do you think do you think I'd have an issue just having at least hookups on Tinder at this point? I've been divorced separated, complicated issue, but I've been separated for almost a full year now, 11 months. You think that entire span of time I've been trying to get a girlfriend? You think it would take me 11 months and I'm still failing? This is fucking retarded. I have no interest in a relationship right now. I'm not trying to date anybody. Again, where did you get this fucking idea? So you just make up bullshit about people? That's it?
There is more misinformation about you on YouTube than anyone else on the planet. It's pathetic.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking retarded. Oh, I can do the same thing Greg does. Hey guys, did you know that Greg's girlfriend, it's not actually his girlfriend, it's a prostitute that he pays to hang around him? Yeah, I don't know where I got that information from. I kind of just made it up. But yeah, Greg is paying a prostitute to like date him. Trust me, it's just true because I figure he's short. So what girl's gonna date him, right? So he's just paying a girl who's a prostitute to act as his girlfriend. I can do the same thing. How does that feel, Greg? Go fuck yourself.
I don't know. One of those things is probably the answer. But he used to hate on everyone for abusing performance-enhancing drugs.
Never hated on anybody for taking performance-enhancing drugs. I'd call out fake natties and liars and frauds like Liver King who are using this fake natty bullshit to sell supplements. I never give two fucking shits if somebody wanted to take steroids. Like, I advised against it because at the time I thought steroids, had, huge health risks. I've changed my opinion on it now. I think you can take steroids safely where it's just not going to make a difference to your health, assuming that you can, do things like keep your cholesterol, blood pressure in check. But I never hated on anybody just for being on steroids, so he's just making up bullshit and lying now.
Pointing the finger and saying, how dare you? But now the finger is being pointed on himself, and so oh my, have the times have turned.
Well, well, well. How the turntables.
So let's get right into this video.
So this is literally video footage of me natural.
I just feel like the fitness industry is crippling itself every single day that it exists, and it is just wild to be a part of. We got fake natties.
I mean, how is Hussein Farhat in the beginning of this video? You've got fake natties, Hussein Farhat, as if he's a fake natty. Does that?
So that's hilarious. He literally recommended people watch Coach Colton's bullshit fucking video about me where he made up lies and nonsense the entire time. And then he shows a clip of Colton saying, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about and he's an unreliable source for information. Like...
Everyone already know that Hussein has been vindicated. He's now passed 4
Who would win in a
blood work tests at random with no notice and a lie detector test that the person doing the test who've done it for decades had him so sure that he was 100% natural. He said, I'll also add in $500,000 on top of Hussein if anyone could ever say this guy is a fake natty. Hey, whoever sold him the gear, if you believe he was a fake natty, somebody must have sold it to him. Someone. And so that person right now could stand to make
So this is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Steroids are legal in Canada. You can buy them on the internet, and there's 3 main suppliers in Canada. I'm not going to mention like who they are because I'm sure that would go against YouTube's terms of service. But there's 3 main suppliers in Canada. I'm sure there's plenty of UGLs, but as far as like big websites that people buy from, there's three of the most popular in Canada. I think 2 of them are on the East Coast, one of them's on the West Coast. So if like nobody buys steroids through a drug dealer, they all just buy it online. Why would you ever like talk to a guy at a gym and then like get mystery drugs from some random dude? You'd just go to a reputable supplier that has an online website and posts, third party testing on the website verifying that, what you're ordering is legit. So Hussein would have ordered his steroids on the internet and no one selling to him would know that it's him. Like, this is just stupid. Dodo.
$500,000 for outing this guy. Oh, yeah, I'm Hussein's dealer. I used to sell him tests, SARMs, whatever. You can make $500,000, but where is that person? Oh, that's right. The person doesn't exist. And so, if you give me a guy who passes 4 blood work tests and who's literally the biggest he's ever been right now, is with him over the weekend, his body weight's up to 184 pounds lean. He's setting PRs on the bench, and his blood work has came back healthier than last time. No enclomiphene, no peptide.
Was he tested specifically for enclomiphene?
Nada.
And Vegan Gains is a YouTuber and streamer who...
Yeah, because enclomiphene will boost your testosterone without lowering follicle-stimulating hormone.
Just when Ted
who has quite a dedicated audience.
Always keep making those vegan gains.
And so clearly he's made a lot of non-vegan gains. I mean, he's not making the gains from eating vegan, it's from steroids. You see the old Flex, he had a lot of body fat. It was a rather large arm, but it was covered in excess fat. It didn't have a good looking arm. But now, I mean, his...
So, because I grew muscle, I'm on steroids? Okay, then I guess Hussein Farhat is on steroids because he grew muscle. Like, you understand that I haven't been on steroids for years, Greg. I've been on them for 2 months.
Physique, and I'm sorry, I tell it like it is. I'm not going to be biased. His physique is stupendous. It's way above average. But it is, of course, from taking steroids.
And told him that eating meat was the cause.
Like he's so stupid. He literally didn't bother doing any research or preparation for this. He didn't check any of my social media, and he literally just like caught wind. Oh, Vegan Gains is on steroids? Let me take a look at his channel. And then he literally brought up videos of me natural.
Cause of it, and he's getting exactly what he deserves.
And since your followers have a tendency to dislike my videos before they even watch them, I think it's only fair that you die of cancer.
I didn't know he said that about Furious Pete. I used to watch this guy eat the crazy diets, all the calories. He hopes that he dies of cancer? Like...
Oh my god. So, first of all, this whole Furious Pete cancer thing, that was brought up because he made a fucking t-shirt basically making fun of animals suffering and dying from eating meat. So, once he got the cancer diagnosis, I said, okay, well, if we're making a joke about animals suffering and dying, I'll make a joke about you suffering and dying. Haha, you're gonna get cancer and die. Only fair. And then, of course, everyone's fucking meat fucktard and they're pussies and they can't handle anything. So they all whined and cried and, like, said the usual bullshit. Like, eating meat's not the same as, like, torturing and killing an animal, even though that's what you have to do to eat meat. You know, the usual horse shit. And I love how people also ignore the fact that, like, I literally met Furious Pete in person and we got along. We kind of, like, forgot about that whole beef. I don't know if I ever, like, apologized to him. I don't think I apologized to him. But, yeah, I think the video's still on my channel. Might have said something to the effect of, you know, let's just forget about our beef or something. But it's so long ago. Who cares? Like, you can even see in the video, I'm so much younger. Like, this, what, has it been like a full fucking decade now since this happened? And people are still bringing it up? And, like, even Furious Pete himself doesn't care?
Who wishes cancerous death on anyone? Like, people don't do that. But that's what we're talking.
Oh, okay. So I guess when Hitler started getting his neurological issues, like Parkinson's or something, poor Hitler. Oh, I wouldn't wish cancer or Parkinson's disease or anything bad to happen to Hitler. I wish Hitler was in good health. Right, sure. No, if someone's a piece of shit and you don't like them and they're an awful person, it's only reasonable to want them to suffer and die.
VGI.
Vegan Gains.
I was planning on showing you guys footage of my grandfather.
Like, again, this is more than a decade ago. Why? Like just why does this matter anymore? Dodo donate to
Actually having the heart attack. As soon as the paramedics got to the house, I took
Nobody
it.
fucking
Just that you think
cares.
all of this is real.
Son's a piece of fucking shit just like you, asshole. And I'm sure he eats like shit just like his dad. So yeah, hopefully that piece of crap also fucking dies in his sleep.
And I mean, to go and pick on a child like that, he was what, 12 or 13, and hope he has the same fate as his father. I mean,
Jurian Ryder
I just can't imagine him not being able to empathize with the child and think this is not the right thing to do. His dad just died,
Literally don't care.
and you're
You know, you can't empathize with the animals you eat, and I don't empathize with fucktards who eat animals, so go fuck yourself, Greg. What is this? Just moralizing, concern trolling bullshit?
wishing the same fate on his son and calling him a loser. And this was because they were out fishing. That is why. I'll leave it at that. Reese.
Oh, they were only
Let's
torturing
just
animals.
be glad she will never be
They were only torturing animals. They were only trying to, like, put a hook through an animal's mouth and suffocate it to death. Why would anybody be upset about that? Like, Greg's an idiot.
Recently divorced vegan gains, and so a lot of things can make a man lock.
Like, this is so fucking stupid. At what point did, I've always weight trained. During my marriage, when Jasmine and I were together, I benched 410 pounds. Do you think you just accidentally bench 410? Like, you know, I'm going to work out today. Oh, wow, I'm stronger than I thought I was. Like, I was working out religiously when I was with Jasmine, and guess what? I'm still working out religiously without her. What does this have to do with a fucking breakup?
In oftentimes it's when they become single. For some reason, when there's not a woman next to them, they think
I lost 70 pounds in 3 months after I benched 410 pounds while I was still with Jasmine. Nothing about the fucking breakup changed my lifestyle.
you know, this is the time for me to get my dream physique, for me to go to work and to study, to get a job, to educate myself, and to become a better man. Why aren't you doing that while you're with your woman?
I was. You idiot. You could have asked me, but you don't care. You just wanted to make up bullshit in your stupid fucking video.
To me, that would make even more sense. What do you think women are attracted to? Do you think they're attracted to losers? And so why act like a loser while you're with one? Why don't you act like the winner that you want to become right now?
How do you think I benched 410 pounds? How do you think I lost 70 pounds in 3 months? Like, this guy's an idiot.
Now, whatever that may be, you think...
He's literally just making shit up. Thank you, Greg. You make up nonsense.
You want to lock in, you want to lose weight, you want to get more muscle, you want to get a better job, you want to learn a new language, do all of those things today. Don't wait until you're dumped. But for some reason, people have to wait until they're at their lowest of the lows. Oh, my woman, she broke up with me, and they start...
I was, like, again, just making shit up. My biceps are 18 and a half inches.
crying and they're sad. She did you a favor.
And once they realize, like, okay, things are locked in, they get very complacent. And I think that's part of why the relationship kind of failed.
Yeah, it's called honeypotting, and this is why you don't just get married in a year. Like, why are you in such a
We didn't get married in a year.
rush to get on with the
I think it was, I think we were dating for 2 years. So part of that time was online, part of that time was living together, but it was over the course of 2 years.
rest of your life?
So again, thank you for making shit up, Greg.
There's going to be plenty of times with your woman. You don't need to get married in 1 year. You shouldn't be moving together in 1 year. You shouldn't be married in 1 year. You shouldn't be committing in the first year. Like, you need
Well, good, because I didn't do that.
to work things out to see, is that the person that's truly meant to be? Because how is it working for society just far? 50 to 60% divorce rate. And so whatever people are doing right now, it clearly isn't working. People change. And so Go out with that person, date them for long enough to see them change. And if they change and for the better, then wife them up, but not before you really get to know them and whatever promises they make you right now. Remember, all's fair in love and war, and as soon as you're...
So again, I can do the same thing. You know, Greg, you probably shouldn't pay a prostitute to hang out with you. Like, I know you're lonely because you're short and no women want to hang around like a fucking, 5 foot tall fucking Oompa Loompa midget. But, this prostitute is probably like also fucking other dudes and she might give you AIDS. So, like, maybe you should actually try to find a real girlfriend. Maybe, like, try dating a dwarf or something. Because, like, if somebody actually has dwarfism and they're 3 feet tall, they'll think, like, you're tall, and normal people are, like, too tall for them. So, just date a midget rather than pay a prostitute. Like, I can make up stupid fucking horseshit nonsense, too.
Married to that person, and you make a lot of money, there's a 50-50 chance that they're going to take half of it after the divorce. Be careful.
Yeah, men should not get married, ever, under any circumstances. I agree. It was stupid for me to ever have gotten married, but luckily for me, I haven't had to pay her a dime.
I warned you. Get the prenup. And if they say no, say 30% in.
Prenups do not protect you in the way you think they do. Don't even bother getting married in the first place.
Increased chance of staying together if you sign a prenup. And so if you don't sign the prenup, that's basically telling me you don't actually want to stay married.
What? Yeah, so don't get married and have your partner sign a cohabitation agreement.
How are you, VG?
There's a common law marriages. It's the stupidest fucking concept. So even if you don't get married, it's still technically considered a marriage if I think you're living together for a certain amount of time. In some circumstances, it can be a really short period of time. I think some countries, it's like 2 or 3 years. I think in Canada it's 5 years where it's considered a common law marriage. But if you're going to have a girlfriend move in, have them sign a cohabitation agreement where if you break up, she owns none of your like property, doesn't own any of your shit. She needs to leave as soon as the breakup happens, because there's these stupid common law relationship laws that are fucking retarded. So don't get married and have them sign a cohabitation agreement. But again, I got lucky. Part of it isn't luck, like we didn't have children. In Canada, your spouse isn't just per se entitled to any of your assets or anything. In the case of a divorce, that has to be actually proven in court. If you have children, it's a different story. You automatically get granted money by the court for child support payments, but if you've never had kids and it's a divorce, that has to actually be settled in court. And again, I haven't had to pay anything.
Were you in a long distance relationship?
Well, I actually am diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, so there's very few people that... Okay, great. Foreign woman being painful. Like, so she would often complain about just getting stretched out a fair bit.
Did bro just say he's packing? That's all that I got out of that. Bro is packing. It was enjoyable for him, but it is stretching her out a little bit further than last time. A little bit too painful.
Well, I actually just started taking steroids 5 days ago. But I've been natural for my whole life.
Trying to get the...
So I don't know if his editor bothered looking into this. So he knows when I started taking steroids. Like, that's the only way he could have had, like, he has the video clip. So I don't know if Greg filmed this video and his editor added this in afterwards. But if Greg knew about this, then he's just deliberately lying here. Because again, all the video footage, all the images he showed of me in this video are of me natural. I think it varies from state to state.
Muscles to match out the downstairs. Bro's packing everywhere now. And so Vegan Gains, who's now 34, admits to taking testosterone, which is of course a performance enhancing drug. It's a steroid. But he's 34 and he's trained his entire life. And so of all the people, if you had to line them up and say, is this a good candidate? Is that a bad candidate? Who do you think should take it? This would be about as high as you could get. He's trained natural for over a dozen years. He's in his 30s. He's obviously...
I'd say I started weight training seriously when I was 16. I first started when I was 15, but like seriously training when I was 16, and I'm 34 now. So what would that be? 18 years?
Past 25, his brain is finished developing, and so he's had plenty of time to think about what he wants in life. And so if he wants to do it, he's not breaking any laws. I'm thinking, hey, that's his choice and he can go do it.
You know, well, what the fuck does the law matter? So laws are like so many laws are just fucking stupid. Like look at all the marijuana laws. You know, in Canada, weed was illegal. The police were locking people up for smoking weed for no fucking reason. Well, look what happened. The government decided, oh, that's a stupid idea, and they legalized marijuana, and now there's fucking marijuana shops. Like, they're probably more common than fucking liquor stores now. So, like, what the fuck does the law matter? It's stupid. If you want to take steroids, take fucking steroids. Who cares about the fucking law? Like... You can make your own decisions. It's your body. You're not harming anyone. It's just dumb. Like, if alcohol is legal, if the government's fine with you destroying your fucking liver, giving yourself fucking cancer, giving yourself hypogonadism, shrinking your brain, and increasing your risk of age-related cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, dementia, all that's fine. You don't need a fucking prescription for alcohol. Then why do they have an issue with you taking steroids? So a drug that makes you fat, sick, and stupid is totally fine, but a drug that makes you bigger and stronger, that's not okay. So fuck the law. Like, the government doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Dodo, donate $2. When's the next fitness expo? Pretty much gotten to damn near the peak of what I think I can achieve naturally.
And so he's like, look, I reached my natural genetic potential, which I do believe for most men, it's going to happen in their early 30s. Perhaps a little bit later if you're not trying scientific.
You're probably going to, like, assuming you can avoid injuries and health issues. Most men are going to peak around 40, 45. So I could have just kept training naturally. And then by the time I'm about 40, 45, that's when I would have actually peaked. But it's just stupid to stay natural.
You've been slacking, or you didn't get into it as early as I did. For
like, why is he showing clips, like a clip of me from, like, again, this is over a decade ago?
Example, I started when I was 10. If you start training at 30, I think you could improve until perhaps you're in your 40s. Now, one thing I would have suggested is you would have started with Turk Builder Max before using testosterone.
Oh my fucking God. So let's see. I gained 17 pounds in 2 months, and that's 17 solid ass pounds. I lost body fat, and I still added 17 pounds. So, I basically gained 20 pounds of muscle mass. So I was in a deficit over this period. I was only eating about 2,300 calories per day, and I still gained about 20 pounds. So, do you think I would have made progress like this if I tried Turk Builder, Greg? Has anybody who took Turk Builder Max gained that much weight in lean body mass in only 2 months? So, yeah, I think I made the right choice by not wasting my time with your stupid, garbage, worthless fucking supplement. Seems like testosterone and growth hormone work better than your fucking Turk Builder supplement, jackass.
Why not do everything in your power to be natural and get all the gains first from leveraging things that are natty? Now, it is on WADA's watch list, but it's not.
Why is turkesterone natural, but testosterone is not natural? So, bioidentical hormones, not natty, weird plant extract that only grows in one region of the world, natural. It's just it's just some stupid arbitrary standard. Nobody fucking cares. I don't give a shit.
Not banned, it's not unhealthy, it's safe, and if you enter code Greg, you'll get 15% off. And remember, money back guaranteed, $20 gift card. So if it doesn't work, you get all of your money back, and so you can try it risk-free at no cost to you.
We got, the craziest situations going on, steroid allegations out the wazoo, and they're usually valid.
How is Hussein Farhad and myself included in this video about vegan gains? How do we get all this exposure? I mean, how is that orchestrated? Why are so many people talking about Coach Greg and Hussein Farhad as if Hussein's a fake natty? With no proof, he just yap a lot. But remember, he's been vindicated. The lie detector test, it's proving it. I mean, there is a 1 in a million chance that he would have lied and gotten away with it.
So again, all this video footage he's showing is me natural.
On this test, but it's very, very slim. Now, add to that the fact that he's passed the blood work 4 times now, and it is at his best. And where people's number one argument was that he made all the gains in the first 16 or 18 months, he's since then gotten 20 pounds bigger. I mean, I'm hoping the editors can show this photo. Hussein Farhad after 16 to 18 months of training, and Hussein Farhad now. Do you see the difference? Because I do. I think it sticks out like a sore thumb. There's so much.
Literally different clothing, different lighting, different angle.
Muscle size increase. But hey, if you don't think Hussein's any bigger in the last 2 years, then I digress. And so notice his arms. I mean,
yeah, so this is when I was natural. My biceps measured at 18 inches here. They're now 18 and a half.
They're fantastic. He has amazing looking arms now. Back in the day, they were just fat, but he looks significantly better now that he's leaner. Now, obviously, the steroids are going to make it easier.
I was not on steroids during that time.
For him to keep.
And again, I think Greg knows this. This is very suspicious that he literally showed a video clip where I explained when I started going on steroids. And then he's choosing to select footage of me natural. I think this might be something to do with his Turk Builder supplement, because if he shows the difference that I'm the change in my physique, being on steroids, but then recommends Turk Builder, he's going to look fucking silly, right?
Keep more muscle, a lower body fat percentage, but it isn't healthy. But
so again, that's me natural.
At least he waited until he was older. If everyone waited until they were in their 30s to start using performance enhancing drugs, I really don't think there would be a major problem. Now, just to put out there, if you smoke cigarettes or if you drink alcohol, you realize that those are guaranteed carcinogenic. And what does that mean? They can cause cancer. Those things are worse for your body than steroids. And so even though Vegan Gains is on steroids, if you drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes and you're pointing the finger and saying, I can't believe you did that, you're worse. And so point the finger back at yourself and tell yourself, I need to stop drinking alcohol. I need to stop smoking cigarettes because it isn't healthy. Now, we all have our vices. We all do our things, but less is more. And so the less cigarette smoking and the less alcohol you can drink, the better.
And I mean, it's no fault of their own, right? Whenever anything bad happens in life, I think men have a tendency to just really push away and try to, start anew in some capacity.
And so,
again, this is just so fucking stupid. I was training and dieting when I was with Jasmine, and nothing changed.
Of course, I do get it. You get broken up, you have a relationship, and you got fired from work, and you think, yeah, now is the time to really lock in. This was the motivation that I needed. I get that, but I really don't think that you need it. Yeah, you're single now, your woman isn't there for you, and so go take your aggression out on the bike or on the weights or on the sport that you're after, or start studying harder than ever before. But why can't you do it before it's too late? Maybe if
Well, like, this is just so retarded.
you had done those things before the breakup, they would have wanted to stay with you. A lot of times, this is what happens. Men, when they get in a relationship, they lose themselves for the other person. They're thinking, I want to be a nice guy. I'm going to cancel my workout tonight because I want to cuddle with you. Do you just hear that sentence? You're canceling your workout to cuddle. Are you gay? Like, what is that?
Where is he getting this from? Like one of the things that started fights with Jasmine and I was that she'd always complain that I'm working out too much. Like I'd be working out for 2 or 3 hours, and then she's like, "Aren't you done working out? I want to spend time with you." And then I'd tell her I have to finish working out. And then she'd just keep starting a fucking fight with me, and it would go on and on. Like, she'd fight with me for like 20 or 30 minutes straight while I'm fucking training. It was insane. Like, where is this coming from? He's acting as if, like, I said this.
To really think about it, like, ask yourself, are you gay? Not that there's anything wrong with it. You can be gay. There's nothing wrong with cuddling. But if you're a man and you enjoy women, why wouldn't you go to the weights and enjoy that first, and you can cuddle after? I'm not saying don't cuddle, but you don't replace working out, doing something
What does this have to do with me?
hard with getting hard with your lady. That is for after. And if you start canceling on these things that make you who you are, she's slowly going to lose respect for you. Oh, I control this man. Anytime I snap my fingers and I want him to take me to whatever country or vacation or cruise or restaurant, then he's just going to do it. Hey, honey, can you skip workout today so that we can go to the movies? Sure, babe. What is wrong
What does this have to do with me?
with you? If you do that, it's a slow and steady end to when you're single once again. I mean, it's crazy. He has a small...
Again, this is video footage of me natural. So, for comparison, this is me enhanced. This was on September 22nd, so that would have been 52 days in. So there's natural, there's enhanced. You can see a bit of a fucking difference. Natural, enhanced, natural, enhanced, natural, enhanced. So yeah, there's a bit of a fucking difference there. So I think Greg is doing this intentionally. He's not showing any like before and afters because, again, he's gonna look really fucking silly and stupid showing the physique change and then saying, oh, you should have taken turkesterone first. Like, yeah, as if I would take turkesterone first.
Always, he has wide shoulders, he has a V taper, great looking arms, front to back. He has a 99 point something percentile physique. The problem is what's in his brain. We all know that it's what's on the inside that counts. And so just like having an amazing looking Ferrari, Lamborghini, and so on, hey, the outside looks great, but if you open the door and it smells like rotten eggs, are you really going to want to get in it? And so same is with vegan gains. He might look amazing, have amazing physique, but when you start talking to him and hear the things that he's saying, you're like, yeah, I don't want any part of that.
You literally brought up video clips from over a decade ago, and then you're acting as if that in any way reflects my mindset or behavior today. So, Greg was arrested and prosecuted for smuggling drugs across the Canadian border. You know, I don't think anybody should hang around Greg because he's a criminal who's a drug trafficker, and he probably worked with a bunch of gang members who may have shot and killed people. Like, that's what drug dealers do. So even though this happened like a decade ago, don't date Greg, don't be around him, don't let your kids be around him. If you ever see him at a fitness expo, make sure to keep your kids away because this guy's a drug dealer and he's dangerous. Like this is how, this is the same ridiculous, stupid argument. Like again, things that I said or did like a decade ago, I don't know how that in any way reflects, what I'm like today. Greg Doucette.
But more importantly, we've covered many stories on this channel about people losing their minds when steroids become involved.
And so he shows a clip of bro giving Jeff Nippert a punch to the throat, a neck punch, if you will, a throat goat punch.
What in the fuck do steroids have to do with, what's his name, Mike Van Wyck attacking Jeff Nippert?
And Jeff gets knocked.
So if you look at the amount of violent assaults that are committed, how many of those assaults are related to steroids? Probably close to zero, maybe some of them, but they're few and far between. How many violent assaults are related to alcohol use? You will see far more violence being committed that is directly related to the use of alcohol versus the use of steroids. So how many people go out drinking on the weekends? Practically everybody. So is everyone some violent felon who beats people up at bars and goes home, gets drunk, and beats up their girlfriend? It's retarded.
To the floor. Now, he's saying that steroids do this. I do believe that that's partially true. I think that steroids can make you more aggressive. And so if you are an aggressive person by nature...
Saying steroids make you aggressive is like saying drugs make you crazy. What drugs? What steroids? So if you're on something like Trenbolone, yeah, you can make a much more plausible case that Trenbolone makes you aggressive. If you're only taking testosterone, why would you assume testosterone makes you more aggressive? If anything, I've become less aggressive, less angry, and I have more stable mood since I've been on testosterone. It's the same with saying, oh, drugs make you go crazy. Have you seen the fentanyl addicts on the street? Who go fucking nuts and turn into zombies and do the weird side lean thing? It's okay, well, there's a difference between fentanyl or cocaine or heroin or crack and blood pressure medication. It's just it's so stupid. And Greg should know. He knows better. He's been on steroids for I don't know how fucking long, over a decade now. And he's still on TRT. He's still taking testosterone. Are you an angry, violent person, Greg, since you're taking testosterone? It's fucking retarded. He knows better, and he's making shit up so that he can, sell this narrative that, oh, Vegan Gains is going to go crazy now that he's on steroids. He knows better. He knows that's all bullshit. He's just making this up so that he can make a video that he think will get more views.
Make you more aggressive than last time, but I don't think it's a cope. You can't just say, oh, I was on steroids and so that's why I did it and it has to happen. You can control your actions, and so just because you're on steroids, you don't let it get the best of you.
Using neural imaging, evidence supports that chronic AAS exposure is linked to structural and functional changes within the brain that are permanent architectural changes.
And so a lot of people, when they were...
So when somebody says this, it means absolutely nothing. Being male or female will cause permanent structural changes in your brain. Does that mean being born female makes you a fucking unhinged crazy person, or being born male makes you an unhinged crazy person? Because, well, your brain is structurally different than a female or a male. So, like, your own body produces hormones, and these hormones affect your brain development. Like, there's a reason why, like, women have lower reaction times compared to men. There's a reason why there's behavioral differences between women and men. There's a reason why they have different, like, life preferences. Like, there's different hobbies that men and women enjoy. Like, these are all due to physical changes that occur in the brain, partly due to the exposure of different hormones. So are women just fucking crazy and insane, or are men crazy and insane because they have, like, different brains, and the testosterone and the estrogen and progesterone and all these other hormones affect your brain structure? Like, it doesn't mean anything. So when somebody says, oh, steroid use changes your brain, well, okay, is that good or bad? Like, what does it do? So it, like, the research on this is very clear. One of the first use, I think the first use of testosterone was to treat depression. That was the first clinical use of testosterone, to treat men that were suffering from melancholia. I think the Germans first used it for people working on submarines. So submarine operators, they have to be underwater, isolated in a cramped space for very prolonged periods of time. A lot of those dudes got depressed. And they gave them testosterone because it improves your mood. And it seems to be dose dependent. So it's a linear dose response. The more testosterone you give a man, the better they feel. It makes you feel more confident, more calm, more focused. You just feel happier. So, like, if some of those changes in your brain, you know, which are supposedly permanent, lead to more energy, more focus, more confidence, like more happiness, better feelings, why is that a problem? So why are you even bringing this up if you can't even point to this being a negative? Like, by the way, women are far more likely to suffer from depression and anxiety than men. There's probably a reason for that. It's probably, in at least part, related to them producing far less testosterone. So why is it considered a problem that, like, oh, you're artificially increasing your testosterone and that's changing your brain chemistry? And why is that an issue? It seems to be a positive.
A lot of people, when they report the negative side effects of steroids, it's things like gyno and acne and hair loss and shrunken testicles, becoming infertile, strokes, diabetes, heart attacks, and so on. But they don't talk about the mental. And I do believe that these articles are becoming more and more prevalent with each passing year. And so, guys and girls, if you are on steroids, really be careful about what's happening to you cognitively. Do you think differently? Do you feel differently? Because these are drugs. You might not think that they're a drug. Just because you're not sniffing creatine doesn't mean that it isn't a drug. It can, in fact, change you in the same way that other drugs can change you. And so if you're using them, lowest dose that makes you happy, please be careful. And of course, you can go to AlgoRx, you can get your blood work taken, and these doctors can go over your blood work and literally tell you exactly what's happening. I mean, what's the point of getting blood work if you don't understand the numbers? They can read the numbers, explain them.
Doctors are fucking idiots. You're the one who's in charge of your own health at the end of the day. It's your body at the end of the day, and why would you leave the responsibility of your health and well-being up to somebody else? You have no idea if that other person actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. So you can go to one doctor and they might be really smart, they might know what they're talking about. You can go to another doctor and they're a complete fucktard and they have no idea what they're fucking doing. That's why I didn't go down the, TRT clinic route. There's a TRT clinic that I know of in Toronto that they help bodybuilders. I didn't end up going down that route for a variety of reasons. One, it's way more expensive. They charge you up the ass, and it's stupid. Secondly, why would I pay a doctor when I could do as good, if not a better job? I'm smart. I can do my own research. So if you're stupid and lazy, you might have to rely on a doctor if you want to do some of the stuff safely, but you're better off just, again, doing your own research, sourcing stuff yourself. It's cheaper and probably safer than relying on some idiot doctor. Portland.
Prescribe prescription medications right to your door. No gatekeeping from your doctor. And so if you're interested in getting your blood work done and you need, for example, enclomiphene, Cialis, Ciadavil, telmisartan, or, for example, a semaglutide or tirzepatide to help you to lose weight, they can prescribe you actual medications legally right to your door at...
All of this shit is legal in Canada. So, you have no risk in Canada of getting the stuff through a UGL. You personally. The person selling might, but you don't. So if you live in Canada, this is not a concern.
Very, very cheap prices, about half from other HRT companies such as Merrick Health. And so if you're interested in going to AlgoRx, click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off. So interested in Turk Builder Acne? Amazing stuff, best tasting, the softest, can try it risk-free.
Well, that was highly stupid. Let's see. There's some dumbasses that replied to my comment. Weren't you on TRT when you were natural? Better mental health, my ass, LMAO, you gonna get cooked in the long run for all that temporary gains. I don't know how steroids give you temporary gains when you keep taking them. Just eat meat and you'll have all those benefits. No need for roids, right? That's why you're bigger and stronger than me, right? Fucking pencil neck twink. You can get gains without meat. You obviously know nothing about nutrition. Okay, that's a base guy. You still have smaller quads than casual gym goers. I don't know what fucking gym he's going to, but I'm pretty sure I have bigger quads than casual lifters. These people are fucking stupid. Outrageously stupid. Richard's mom. He stands with Jew Reel. There's a lot of anti-Semitic comments in his comment section. For some reason, there's a ton of anti-Semites. Let's be honest, he'd been on steroids for years. Is it any surprise? Yeah, that's why I only just suddenly gained 20 pounds. A lot of dumbasses. Greg's cultivated an audience of just like unhinged, deranged fucking children. That's why his editing is so like fucked and stupid now. So
People like these in the comments make me lose what's left in my faith in humanity.
they should all be part of a eugenics program. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. All right, ask yourself.